And welcome back. This is Baller Scuba with more Let's Play Phantasy Star. I'm joined as always by my happy to be alive squad of Elisa, Meow, Tylon, and Lutz. When we last left off, we went through one of the toughest dungeons that we have encountered to date. In celebration of that, we're going to do some backtracking. But once we are done with the backtracking, we'll go somewhere new for a change as we take on a couple manticores. They want to stab and roar at me at the same time. Just a couple turns will take these guys out. Why do you get an attack twice? Nobody in my party knows how to do that. But Tylon does get another level. That's something. He's probably the one that I care the least about his levels. But hooray, he got a level. Mostly because he doesn't have any magic. But we need to head back to Uzo. And like I said, we will be going somewhere new. Once we get to Uzo, we're going to take the Luveno to the third planet. Did you guys remember there was a third planet? There is a place called Scray where we're going to go to. That would be on the planet Dezoris. I believe it's Dezoris in both versions. In the Master System version, the name of the town is Skewer or Skewer, S-K-U-R-E. However you want to say that. Oh, great. A herd of leviathans. Keep in mind that we've had one normal planet to this point and then one desert planet. Now, they already told us what the other planet is, but just in case you forgot, it is an ice planet. There is a mandatory ice level, even in Phantasy Star. Few skull soldiers. I should be able to take them out rather quickly, especially with Tylon. And there's the reason why I don't care too much about Tylon's levels, because he will do the same amount of damage no matter what his level is. Speaking of which, we might be upgrading that pretty soon. Pretty soon. Really? If you guys had focused a little better, we could have done that in 2 turns. 54 experience though. Hard to turn that down. 111 Mercedes. I do need a lot of money for what I'm planning to do. Hopefully I will have enough before all is said and done. But back to Uzo we go. We're not going to do anything in town. We are just headed for the Luveno. Where would you like to go? We want to go to Scray. Would you like to go to Scray on Dezolis? Oh, in this version it's Dezolis. Master System it's Dezoris. Either way, we are ready to go. So it's Dezolis. Edit space. And we've made it to the ice planet, but we have not made it to Scray just yet. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to do too much around here, but I think it's quite important that we do come here. And we can fight some new enemies, Dezorian heads. I know it feels like you can just talk to these guys. You cannot. I believe you can translate and talk to them, though. But I'm going to take them on because they're here, and I can. Really? Damn it, Lutz. Why are you not good at the fighting? At least physical fighting. He's good at magic. I will give him that. But he doesn't have enough MP to last the entire dungeon, so it doesn't feel like he's a good attacker at the end of the day. It's not like I have a way of getting MP back either. 40 experience and a treasure chest with no bomb, 272 Mercedes. I'll take it. This is a dungeon that will lead us to Scray, but we need to just kind of take it as best as we can. All right, taking on Batman. Just give me lots of money for very little effort. I'll take it. Like I said, I do need a lot of money, so that is welcome. There's no real trick to this dungeon. It is just pretty much a straight line. You will have to make a couple turns, but it's not like the game gives you a choice. So, should be pretty easy to get through. Especially if they're still throwing gold lenses at me. Hey, Lutz gets another level. That is nice. No magic learned, but I I'm kind of set on magic right now. More Batmen. How they decide what enemies you're going to get in a certain dungeon is still something that eludes me. It seems like it has a particularly high randomness to it, that there isn't just a set of enemies that can appear here. It seems like anytime you go into a dungeon, there's one enemy that you can take on that's new, and then there's a whole list of enemies that you've taken on before that will also show up there. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, though. Especially with the Batmen, though. I am happy to see Batmen. I do like getting all those Macedas. What are we up to? Well, I'll figure out when we get to Scray. I'm gonna be spending a lot of money there. Maybe all of it. Maybe every last Maceda is going to be spent. I don't know if it could actually work out that way, but we'll try, damn it. All right, all the way to the end, and we have made it to Scray. As you can see, it seems to be an underground facility here. Let's talk to people. Welcome to Scray. Stick around. It's warm down here. Yeah, you gotta stay underground because it's cold up top. There is the hospital. I'll probably go there a couple times. Almost all of the immigrants from Palma live in this town. Oh, so the Palmese are here. Native Dazolians don't live here in Scray. There are some in a village inside the northern mountains. Do they not look like humans? Are people from Palma the only ones that look human? Whatever nonsense Lashik's gotten involved with has gone too far. I've heard dead bodies in Guarin Morgue have come back to life. Please stop him. This is horrible. How do we know Lashik's doing that? Is he a necromancer too? This planet has a solar eclipse once every 100 years. Let me guess, it's going to be next Tuesday. A flame lit during an eclipse is called an eclipse torch. Native Dazolians believe eclipse torches carry divine power. That's an interesting thought. You light a torch because you can't see because there's an eclipse, and now it has the power of the sun in it. Overthrowing Lashik, are you? I hope you're adequately equipped. I'm gonna work on that. You'll need a sword, axe, shield, and armor made from Laconia. I wouldn't use anything less powerful if I were you. May your journey be safe. Actually, we don't need the axe, but I'll go over that later. He does have a good point. All right, there's the church. I'm going to avoid that. Laconia is more than just strong, it's sacred. Lashik knows this, of course. That's why Laconian equipment is so hard to find. He's afraid of it. That would make it banned, not sacred, wouldn't it? Altiplano Plateau is surrounded by ice, mountains of ice. Ice mountains. Altiplano Plateau, isn't that? Whatever. It sounds like the same thing. They say that parts of the ice mountains crumble easily. That's probably going to be important. Is it going to be random or is it going to look cracked when I show up? Dazores is covered entirely in ice. Not exactly the flourishing greenery of Palma, is it? Well, there are parts of Palma that aren't necessarily flourishing. All right, that's it for town. Let's go into the shops, which is the reason why we came here in the first place. The armory in particular. What do you have available for me? Oh, look. Things that I really want. I want all three of these. So we have the Psycho Wand, also just known as the Wand. This is Lutz's best weapon in the game, the Psycho Wand. So go ahead and purchase it. Then there is the Laser Gun. This is the best gun in the game, and by a lot of accounts, the best weapon in the game. So we're going to purchase that. You better believe it. What? Why didn't I purchase it? Yes, the laser gun. You can't carry anymore. Well, hold on while I sell some things. Actually, let's equip what I just purchased first. All right, a lot of this I'm gonna be selling anyway. We'll equip that on Lutz. It only gives him an attack plus 10. So he's already as best equipped as I can make him. Hooray. All right, I'm gonna sell some stuff and I'll be back. That's all taken care of. Let's purchase the things that I actually do really want. The Psycho Wand is nice. It is Lutz's best weapon, but that's not saying much. I do want this laser gun, very important, and I do want the animal glove, otherwise just known as the glove. All right, let's see what we have purchased. I only have 1,600 left, and that's after I sold some things. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, the laser gun, we're not going to see the importance of it now, but I will just go ahead and tell you this now will deal 20 damage to every enemy in the battle, as opposed to the 10 that we were getting with the other gun, which I've already forgotten the name of, the heat gun. All right, the animal glove. Let's actually take a look at Meow's stats. 93, 119. I do believe it is for defense here. 93, 119. But let's remember both just in case. Put that on Meow. Yeah, it is considered defense here. So let's take a look at the stats now. 159, so defense of 40, and that is over nothing. So that is almost free defense, except I had to pay for it. But there we go. Quite the good little ensemble we have now. Let's head into the next shop, see what we can find here. It's the same stuff, a Polymerate and a Ruogenin in the menu. I'll purchase some Ruogenins off screen. I do need more. I am out. I'm down to Polymates, and I don't like that. And then there is the tool shop where I had sold everything. We can get a searchlight here, but I just sold any searchlights that I had. We also have the magic hat, so we can talk to some monsters. And then we have the telepathy ball, otherwise known as the sphere, which will allow us to talk to even more enemies. But with that said, that is all that we wanted to do here. So let me go ahead and heal, sell some more stuff, buy Ruogenins, and we can head out after that's done. That is all taken care of, so we are free to leave. We're done in Scray, so it's time to head back. We're done on this planet as well. New enemy, blue slimes. It did not last long. You only get 5 experience for that. I don't think we've seen a blue slime before, though, even though it was pretty easy. Usually the slimes come in big groups, though. I'm hoping to show off Tylon's attack here, but they're not really letting that happen right now. And of course, we could show off that Lutz is now doing a little bit more damage, but I don't think that really matters at the end of the day. Oh, there you go. 20 damage on one of the gold lenses. It would have been great if Tylon went first, but that was not the case. Give me as much gold as you can. Sorry, Mercedes. I need as much money as possible, though. That is definitely the case right now. All right, back through the basic dungeon, and we are ready to leave the planet. We're done here. That's all we came to do. It is worthwhile, though, I swear. Let's head back to Gothic. We are heading back to Palma. All right, let's get out of here if we can, because we are off once more. Or we could just take one step and then take on a whole group of devil bats, but Tylon can take these guys on with just one turn now. And we win. Oh, would have loved to have that when we started the game. But unfortunately, that is not the case. All right, so what I want to do is head, I believe, north here. Yeah, there we go. Taking on Ammonites. A few of them.